The Pathfinder 2e book is out, and today we're going to build a character, specifically a druid character, here on Model. Model! Hi everybody, and today we're going to build a character. I'm going to show you how to build a character. Basically I'm just going to go through the steps that are labeled in this book. I'm just going to walk you through them, and basically that's it. This book is a beautiful book. I really like the rules, but there's some things I don't like. But in general this is a really good book. In making the rules, in creating a character, they give you, I think, 9 steps, 10 steps how to create a character. So what I'm going to do is, in case you're doing this and you're stuck on a certain part or whatever, I'm going to leave down below in the menu text there for the video what time each step is in the video, so you could just zoom to the step you want. The first thing we're going to talk about is your ability modifiers. Now in this system, the original way they have it is each ability you have 10 in. You start off with 10, and then you're going to pick an Ancestry, which will give you like Ancestry will be like your race, dwarf, elf, and they'll give you ability boosts and one ability flaw. And so, like for example, dwarf has a Constitution boost and a Wisdom boost and a Free boost. So each boost you add 2 to your. So you start off with 10 in each, so your strength will be 10, and your constitution will be 10, so the dwarf increases constitution by 2, and his wisdom by 2, and then he's got a free, so he can increase any other one, but he can't increase constitution or wisdom. You can't pick one that's, in each step you can't pick one that's already been done. And then, like, the dwarf has 1 flaw, which is charisma, which you have to subtract 2, so that will bring it down to 8. Now that's all fine and dandy, right? But now you go to the background, and the background will give you 2 ability boosts. And that'll give you 2 extra to put on your strength or whatever you want. And then your class will give you ability boost. And then once you're done that, you get 4 free ones where you just put it anywhere you want. Now that to me, just by looking at it, seems like it's pretty strong. Like you could get a 18 no problem. You can't go over 18 anyways when you're first level 1. But the catch is every 5 levels you get another 4 free ones. So by the time you're 20th level, you're gonna be right up there, probably in your 20s in a lot of abilities. And that's the one thing I don't like about D&D 5e is the proficiency bonus, which starts off as +2 and then it just keeps going. So you got ability bonus, proficiency bonus, and you end up with these big giant numbers. And then so then you need higher armor classes to compensate. To me, it should start off just small, like +1, +2 in the beginning, and then by the end you're +5, +6 or something. That's it. But I don't really get off on using on large numbers unnecessarily. Like you're starting off with plus, like what we got here. So you're gonna have 18, and you're gonna have an 18 in one ability for sure. So you're starting off with a +4, and then you're gonna have bonuses somewhere else. So already at level 1 you got a +4. No, I don't like systems like that, but it should be +1 or +2 if you're really good on it in level 1 at the most. Because why are you starting +4 when you got all, you still haven't done the +1, +2, +3 yet? But anyways, they also got an alternative method for doing this, which I kind of like. I kind of like this better, and I might actually use this, modify this. Is that you start off like D&D, where you roll your 4 D6 and you discard the lowest one, and you put them wherever you want, and then you apply your ability boost for your Ancestry, but you get one fewer free ability, which just knocks off, so your human gets 2 free, you only have 1, and then the rest of the races will have no frees, just their Constitution, Wisdom, or the Dwarf. So you do that, and then you do your flaws, and then finally apply 1 ability boost to 1 of your ability scores specified in the character's background. And you can't raise this above 18. So I kind of like, that's going to make your character a lot weaker, I think, unless you get like roll 3 6s or something, get an 18 in there. So I don't know, I kind of like that. One other thing I didn't, about the Goblin. See, they got flaws here, all these races here, these ancestries I should start calling them. Like the Halfling, it's flaws strength. The Gnome, it's flaws strength, which makes sense because they're small. But the Goblin, its flaw is wisdom. Okay, I can understand that. But shouldn't strength be in there too? Because you're not going to have like the strong Goblin, are you? They're tiny little things. They're even smaller in a Halfling than a Gnome. Well, maybe in PathFinder they're not, but we'll see. This is a new race, so maybe they're bigger. But still, I think strength, I might even just make that in their strength in my campaign or whatever. If you're a Goblin, you gotta take a flaw in strength. It'd be probably nice if they had more flaws too. Maybe two flaws on each. 1 on the human, 2 on the rest. So Goblin flaws could be wisdom and strength, you know. But that's just homebrew stuff. So we're going to start off with step 1 right now. And for step 1, it's basically just pick your ancestry, your background, your class, and your details, like your history of where you came from and that. But that I usually leave till after, unless I got a idea of what I want right away. But usually I do that after. But basically, so we're going to pick an ancestry and a background. That's just so we got to know what we're shooting for when we roll, right? So we got the character sheets, which printed out. My laser printer here, and there's a 4-page character sheet if you're a spellcaster. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a druid. Okay, so let's start making that thing. Okay, so the first thing was pick what we want in our name. We're going to do a human druid. Got a miniature here that he could represent. It's not painted yet. So a name for him, we'll just say Omega Om. And he's going to be human. A heritage could be half elf, half orc, but I'm not going to be any one of those. There's also other heritages. So these 2 pages are really good to show you everything, what everything has. So step 2 is our ability scores. So basically we're just writing 10 in each. And now we're going to go to step 3, and we're going to select an ancestry, which we already did. human. But this time we're going to write down all our benefits from the Ancestry. So, we go to the Ancestries here, which is right there. And it's in alphabetical order, and we're at human. So, look at this book, we got this leather book's worth paying the extra money for that, especially with these two ribbons here. Okay, so humans. We're going to start off with, just write this stuff on the side here. And so, hit points are going to be 8 for now. Size is medium. Speed is 25 feet per round. Languages, common for now. And then you get extra with your intelligent bonus, which can go up, but right now it's at no bonus. And we look for our feats that we get for it. First we'll go for our heritage feat. So if you don't want to be half elf or half orc, you could pick one of these, a skilled heritage or a versatile heritage. The skilled one gives you a free skill, and the versatile gives you a free general feat. So we'll just go, we'll be a versatile human. Versatile, we could do anything. And so like it's a free general feat, and we'll go to, I got this marked already, feats. And the first list table gives you general feats, and we're going to pick Die Hard, which allows you to die dying 5 rather than dying 4. So, on page 2 is all your feats. And at the top, if you can see that, ancestral feats. That will be your heritage feat, and that will be Die Hard. Go back, and now we get an ancestral feat. We get 1 out of these first level feats, and we'll just pick general training. And that's on page 2 with our feats. Ancestral feat, first level, general training. So that would be it for step 3. Now we'll go to step 4, which is pick a background. Okay, for backgrounds, we're just going to go to page 60. And we got a bunch of backgrounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of background. They range from like acrobat, bounty hunter, detective, herbalist, hermit. For my druid though, I want to be one with animals. I'll be able to control animals, so we're going to do animal whisper. And we're going to write that in our background here. Animal whisper. Now, for animal whisper, what do we get? We get 2 ability boosts. One must be to wisdom or charisma, and 1 is free. So, I think we're going to go to wisdom. Bring that to 12. And the free one, actually I'll put it in charisma. Bring that to 12. Now I also get trained in a nature skill and lore skill related to a terrain inhabited by animals I like. So, here's my skills here. And nature skill, I'd be trained, because we've got like 4 things here: trained, expert, master, legendary, so we're trained. And then I got lore skill, which I'll be trained in. And that would be, I like the forest, so we'll just say the forest. So I got forest lore. And I get skill feat, train animal. So we'll go to my feats. Skill feat, background, train animal. Now, I forgot one thing back for my Ancestry. My human, I'm allowed to pick 2 free ability boosts. And since I'm a druid, one should go in wisdom. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'll do my 2 free. Can't believe I forgot that. But you're supposed to do that at step 3. But it's okay to do it now. What the hell? So we're at 14. And my other free one is, we'll go with dexterity. Bring dexterity up to 12. So we're looking at 10, 12, 10, 10, 14, 12 so far. And basically, okay, that is it for backgrounds. Step 4. So now we go to step 5. Choose a class. Okay, now we're in step 5. Okay, so step 5, we're choosing our class. And you're just going to choose your class. So we're a druid. And level 1. And we're just gonna, our class ability, we're just gonna increase it by that. So we'll go to our druid page, and our key ability is wisdom. And so we're gonna gain a bonus to our wisdom. So our wisdom's at 16 already. 16. And that's all this other stuff. It gives you all the stuff nice and neat on the side here. But we're not going to do that yet. That's what it says here. That's step 5. The rest of that stuff we're going to do on step 7. We're going to get our abilities settled right now. So now we're going to step 6. And for step 6, we're going to tidy up, finish our abilities. And we get 4 boosts to pick. You can't put anyone on the same one. And none of them can go over 18. So what are we going to do? Well, I would like to at least get my strength up there. So I'm going to use 1 for strength. And so our strength's up to 12. We got 3 more. Constitution, yeah. Bring our Constitution up there. Up to 12. Got 2 more. Intelligence. We don't really need it, but I don't know. I like to be a little bit above average, so that's 3. 1 more. Where should we put it? Go for 18 in wisdom, 14 in dex. It's either one of these 2. You get an 18? I don't like having 18s. Oh, I like having 18s, but yeah, we'll go with dexterity. Okay, so and now that we got our abilities finalized, so I got a 12 strength, 14 dexterity, 12 constitution, 12 intelligence, 16 wisdom, 12 charisma. That's not too bad, I guess. So now we got to write in our modifiers. Okay, so on page 20, we write our modifiers and we'll put it on this side. So 12 is a +1, 14 is a +2, +1, +1, +1, and 16 is a +3. And that's all we do for step 6. So now we're going to step 7 and doing our class details. And there are a lot of details for that. Okay, for step 7, it's a big one. We're going to record our class details, like all the other stuff, which is a lot of stuff to do. And so, go to my class page, the Druid, and basically we'll just go down this section here. Work our way down. They have it. They really booked this book really well, considering the complexity of this game. They really organized it really well. And like I said, create your character. It's not too hard. Just follow the steps, like the steps here, and you should be able to do it within an hour, and quicker after that. Okay, so we'll start at the top. Okay, the initial proficiencies. Everything else, I'm untrained, but for these things. So perception, I'm trained in perception. So where's perception? Right here. So we mark it trained. Throw that in there. Saving throws. Trained in fortitude, trained in reflex, expert in will. So our saving throws. Trained in reflex. And we're expert in, I'm going to just go expert in will. Not too bad, eh? This druid's looking pretty good. Okay, so now we go to our skills. We're trained in nature. So I already got trained in nature from my background. So according to the rules, I get to pick another one. So I'll just go survival. Trained in survival. Yeah, like that's what the rules say. If your druid class or your class gives you trained in something you already got from your background, then you can pick a new one. Okay, so train in nature, train in one skill determined by my order. Okay, so I already decided for the druid, you get to pick an order, and there's 4 orders. And so I'm going to pick, like animals, so I'm going to pick the animal order. So, let's see here, skills. One skill determines my order, and my order says you're trained in athletics. So athletics, I'm trained in athletics. Trained in a number of additional skills equal to 2 plus your intelligence modifier. So my intelligence modifier is +1, so I get 3 extra trains. So that's a lot. So what can we do here? Maybe deception, trained in that. Diplomacy, why not? Intimidation. What else we got here? Stealth. Yeah, let's do stealth. Okay, so that's done. And now for attacks, trained in simple weapons. So down here at the bottom, trained, and trained in medium armor. No, that's not medium armor. Where's my eraser? What am I doing here? Okay, so we're at weapons here. Simple weapons and trained in unarmed attacks. So that would probably be other, trained, and unarmed. Okay, so now we'll go to defenses. Is up here for your armor class. Trained in light armor. Trained in medium armor. And trained in unarmored defense. That's pretty simple to do. And for DC, my class DC, trained in Druid class DC. So trained for DC, trained. Okay. And just one more thing to note after you do that. I had to pick an order, and the other classes too, you'll have different things to pick. So I'll just finish off with what my order gives me. It gave me trained in athletics. I also get the animal companion druid feat. So I will go to my feats page. Class feats. First featured one. That would be, what was it? Animal companion. Now I'm not telling you what these things do. That's not the point here. I'm just you could find that out later. But the point is just how to fill out your character sheet. And since I'm my order is animal, I'm just going to put animal here, druid, and then probably in brackets animal. Okay, so I think that's it for step 5. So let me verify that, or step 7. Oh no, one more thing. Where was that? I get another thing for that animal on here. Bard, druid. Oh, I lost the page now. Druid, okay. I get the heal animal order spell. Now when we get to spells, there's different types of spell. Order spell is a focus spell. Normal spells for the druid you cast with your wisdom in that. You got spell slots in that, but focus spells are different. They're like, it's like using mana. You got focus points, and you start off with one focus point. The druid does anyways. So what was it? What was that spell called? Heal animal. So you go to the spell page, and you see your types of spells. You have your cantrips in that, innate spells, and focus spells, and your regular spells. So our focus points, we get 1, and we get heal animal. For spellcasters, in step 7 is you do your spells. I kind of like to save that to the end, but going with what they say in the book, right here on the side, do your spells. Step 7. Okay, let's do our spells. So we'll go back to Druid, And this shouldn't take long. But right here on the Druid page, it tells you your spell casting right here. Basically, we get the order of primal spell casting. So we'll go to page 4 and spell page. I'm just going to shade in primal because we could cast primal spells. And basically we get this page here tells you get 4 cantrips and 2 first level spells. So 4 cantrips and 2 first level spells. Okay, so spell slots per day. I don't know why you got 2 boxes here, so but anyways, 2 first level or cantrip level. So I guess that just makes when you're casting cantrips, they could be they can increase in power based on your level. So your cantrip level is basically your level divided by 2, rounded up. So level is 1 divided by 2 is 5, rounded up is 1. Cantrip level is 1. Okay, so in cantrips it says here that I can cast as many as I want all day long. So they're not prepared, they're spontaneous. And we'll do their spell attack and spell DC. And it says right here it goes by my it says right here it goes by my wisdom modifier. And the wisdom modifier is +3. So I would put that spell attack +3, spell DC +3. Now, as you play the game, you're going to understand what all this means, but we're just trying to get your character sheet filled out. And like, to understand your character, you'll have to play it a few sessions before you get to know how your character plays, right? Okay, so I got, what was that? 4 cantrips and 2 primal spells. So it even says here, go to page 314 for your spells. 314. It's nice how they got the spells laid out here. In the spell section, like this section here just has like, it has spells all listed out and grouped by your category, like primal spells here. Got my cantrips and my first level. And it gives you a little thing of what it does. It doesn't give you the numbers or anything, but it just tells you basically what it does, like mending, repair 1 non-magical item. You know, so that kind of gives you the gist of, so you can just look at this and get a feel of what spells you want. And that's all I'm going to do here instead of going to the detailed versions here. So, I can do 4 cantrips. What should we pick? I could take too much time with this. It's just, but I am going to use this character. Why not, right? If you make a character, use them. Or make them as an NPC or whatever. Don't throw them out. So I'm just going to, what would be good just to use at will? Tanglefoot, maybe? Let's see here. Yeah, I guess it gives you a little description where you can put, I'm just going to put Tanglefoot. I'm not going to write all the details here of the spell. That could be another video, like how to cast spells and what. We're just going to get the names of it. You could write the details later. Disrupt Undead sounds good. This is new to me too. It's a new book. I haven't played it yet. But it sounds good, like there's always undead around. Damage undead with positive energy. Okay. Detect magic's always good. one more. Little damage thing, acid splash. That's always good in case we come across some trolls. Okay, so I get 2 first level spells. And here's a bunch of them here. I'll just browse over them quick. Featherfall, ooh. Heal, oh, I don't want to be cleric. Mending. Ooh, it's hard to decide. Summon animal, maybe. Yeah, summon animal. It'll go with my what I'm trying to do here. Summon animal. One more. Heal's kind of good. Yeah, let's do heal. Why not? Heal. Okay, so that's it. So for my spells, already done just like that. Pretty easy, eh? Like I said, the details. You feel when you read your spell and understand how it works, you can fill in this stuff. On to the next step, equipment. Okay, step 8. Buy equipment. So you start off with 15 gold pieces, or it's 150 silver. And we go to the equipment section here. Now, just so you know, it's like D&D 5th where they got kits where if you don't want to spend the time to pick what you want, you get a druid kit, which has 3 gold, 7 silver, tells you what you get in it. But no, we're going to actually pick what we want. So we got 150 gold to deal, or 15 gold to deal with. And the first thing you got to realize with PathFinder, they simplify weight in D&D 5 where they have pounds and everything like that. And in D&D 5 or any D&D, I think you carry way too much, I think, according to what you are. But they got it in here as bulk. And here they have bulk limits. Bulk is, I find it a really good idea. It simplifies it. So, basically, a bulk of 1 is like basically 5 to 10 pounds, basically. And each item will have a bulk value. Now, it'll either have a number, saying a bulk of 1, or it'll have an L, which means light. And 10 lights equal 1 bulk. Or it could have a dash, and it's insignificant. You can carry as many as you want, up to whatever the GM says. So, but it's all rounded down, so you could have 9 lights and it still counts as 0 bulk. It's only when you get to 10 that it counts. And coins are the same thing, that 1,000 coins equal 1 bulk. And you could have 999 coins and 0 bulk. Now what you need to do, we got is page 2. With our feats, we got an inventory. So you want to do your bulk. Is so what can you carry? What's the most used? So you get encumbered here is 5 plus your strength modifier is how much you can carry in bulk before you're encumbered. So we find my strength modifier is only +1. So 5 plus your strength modifier is 6. So strength is +1, so it's 6. My maximum is 10 plus my strength modifier, which is 11. So 11 bulk, I can't move. I'm stuck there. But 6 bulk and over, I'm encumbered and I suffer a negative 10-foot penalty to my movement. Okay, so now we got bulk out of the way. So now we gotta get our stuff here. What we need. So we'll just go in order. And we'll start with the armor. Now I'm a druid. If I can't use metal armor, anything with metal in it for armor. If I do, it's a sin against my culture, and I gotta repent with all this stuff or forget it. So I'm just going, the strongest non-metal armor I could see here is a hide armor. But that gives me a speed penalty of -5. Or I could go with just leather armor with hide gives me +3 to my armor class, whereas leather gives me +1. Ooh, what should I do? I don't know. Do I want to move slow? I like to move fast though. I'm just going to go with leather armor, which just gives me a +1 weight. That's like nothing really. Strength 10. The bulk 1. One items. We'll go with leather armor. Bulk 1. And leather armor cost, where is it? Only 2 gold. 2 gold. I'm going to 15. Okay, next is shields. I already decided I'm not gonna use a shield. But weapons. Weapons, I want to use a staff. So, I don't know, readied items, I guess. Staff. And that would be bulk 1. And since it's a weapon, I'm going to write it up here. Staff. These numbers I'll wait to do later. And the staff cost 0. I guess you could make it at anything. Nothing. Okay, so maybe I should buy something else. I can only use simple weapons. My class only allows me to use simple weapons, or use my fist, one or the other. So maybe I'll use a dagger. I'll have a dagger. And that's 2 silver pieces. So, it's 10, so 0.2 gold. Or I could just put it in silver pieces to begin with, which is 10. It's a 10. 10 silver for 1 gold. So, I'm just putting it so that's 150 silver we got. And I used 20 for the armor, and 2 for the dagger. Okay, so that's that. Gear now. What gear do we want? Buy your packs here. And I'm just going to do this quick. You know, like this, you don't really want to think about it, but I'll just add a few things just to see what you get. Maybe a climbing kit would be nice. Climbing kit. And that's 5 silver. Bulk 1. Even clothing here, oh my god. Okay, ordinary clothing. More items. No bulk. 1 silver. Don't need a compass, I'm a druid. I can look at the stars or the sun. We need food. Rations? Okay, we'll get some rations. Rations. 1 week rations, 4 silver. Bulk is L, so you could do like 10 of these for 1 bulk. So we'll get 4 weeks rations then. 4 weeks. So that would be bulk of 0.4. Times 4, and 4 times 4 is 16 silver. And well, you get the point anyways. So I spent what, 22, 27, 28, 38, 44. 44 silver off 150, so that leaves me 106 silver left. 106 silver left. And my total bulk would be 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Now, you know, if I'm going to use this character, I'm going to buy some more stuff in that, but just to give you the feel what you got to do. And so basically that's all step 8 says. So step 9 is when we're going to fill the details of our weapons and everything else. That's going to be a long step. Okay, on to step 9 is the big step is we're going to calculate all our modifiers and fill in all this stuff here. So I'm going to have to do a few takes on this one, but this is what I don't like. I'll just say it, I don't like it, but one thing I don't like about okay. For most of the stuff you're going to add your proficiency bonus, right? And that has to do with if you're trained, if you're not trained at all, it's 0, your proficiency bonus. So it'd be 0 on all these other things. But most of the stuff you're trained in, right? Most of the stuff you're using, you're going to be trained in. Maybe some skills you're not going to be trained in, and you might not even need to use them, or when your other players will have it. So everybody's always going to be trained in something. So basically, the training is you got trained, expert, master, and legendary. And the bonus is your level plus 2 for trained, 4 for expert, 6 for master, and 8 for legendary. Now, I don't have a problem with 2, 4, 6, 8 for these things here, but I have a problem with your level plus that. And I could see that being, I don't know, they got smart guys and they play tested the crap out of this thing. And it must work, right? It must work. But for me, just looking at this, I just can't see how that would work. It just seems like when you get to high levels, you're going to be crazy powerful. So just for example, say you're level 1, it's no big deal. 1 plus your train, so it's your proficiency is 3. Okay, that's fine. So say you're level 10. Okay, so you're 10 plus 2. So now your proficiency is 12. If you're legendary at it, it would be 18. Say you're level 20, the highest level. It would be 20 plus 8 if you're legendary. So you get a 28 added on to your roll. That's like, so the lowest you're going to get is 29. Is the lowest roll you could possibly get. And then what's the difference? 28 and say you're say you're just trained. Instead of being 28, legendary you're 28, right? Level 20. And you're trained, you're at 22. Okay, so it's not really a big deal. You're still getting, your lowest score is 23 on a roll. Okay, now you're untrained with that. So now your bonus is 0. Now if you're just trained on it, you go from 22, you go 20 plus 22 from just being trained on it. So say you say for example, what can we do? Say nature or whatever. Or say diplomacy. You want to try to convince a guy or whatever. So you're not trained, so you get no plus. But you trained, you get plus 22 on your roll if you're at level 20. That's a big jump from being not trained to trained, considering you go from expert, master, and legendary. The jump doesn't make sense. I don't like this level rule. Level plus, no, doesn't make sense to me. Well, maybe it works. I haven't played it, so I don't know. But to me, it just doesn't seem like it works at all. And I'm homebrewing this. I'm gonna homebrew this with D&D and probably make up my own stuff to go with it. But problem is, this is to balance the monsters. The monsters are probably balanced with this, so I don't know what to do there. But that's just my rant. I prefer a system where you got low numbers and you work up as you level. You know what I mean? Like level 20 will be like plus 6 or something, not plus 28. Whatever. Okay, sorry about my rant. Let's continue with making the character the way they want you to make it. Okay, so we start. We start with perception. Okay? This modifier is equal to your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom bonus. So the proficiency bonus, since I'm trained in perception for being a druid, my level's 1 plus trained is 2, so I get a 3. My wisdom bonus is 3. Now perception goes 10 plus your total bonus, which will be 16 is my perception. Okay, so that's it for perception. Saving throws, right here. Now, I'm trained. My proficiency, I'm trained, was 2 plus my level, so it's 3. So my proficiency is always going to be 3 as long as I'm trained. I'm expert here, so it's 4 plus my level is 5 on that one. Now will goes with my wisdom bonus, which is 3. So my save and throw bonus is 8. That goes in dexterity, which is 2, 5, and constitution on that one, which is 1, so 4. Okay, now we're doing melee strikes. Do the saving throws, now the melee strikes and that. We'll do the strength bonus, which is 1 and 1, just do them for both. Proficiency bonus, okay, I forgot, they're both simple weapons, which I'm trained in. So we got a plus 3, plus 3. So total I get plus 4 with the staff and plus 4 with the dagger. Now I fill in the other stuff. My staff is a die 4. Strength is plus 1. It's a bludgeoning damage. And my traits are, I think it was two-handed. Let me verify that. staff. Two-handed D8. So if I use two hands, I could use D8 instead, which I probably do it. Two-handed D8. Dagger. I think that was die 4. I lost my page now. Dagger is die 4, yeah. Piercing. Agile, finesse, thrown, lots of stuff in there. So dagger, 1d4, plus the strength is 1. Traits, agile, finesse, thrown, versatile. Lots of stuff for a dagger. That's piercing. Okay, so that's it for that. Ranged weapons, I didn't pick any ranged weapons, but I think I'm going to throw a sling in there. And that's the same as the staff, except you're using the dexterity bonus instead of the strength for your modifier. Okay, so that's it for that. Oh, the skills. I think his skills are here. Yeah, here's the skills. So we do the same thing with the skills here. So proficiency, athletics, you do whatever it says here. The proficiency is always, if it's trained, it's 3 for first level. My strength bonus is 1. You add the 2 together, you get 4. Go to your next one where you have trained proficiency is 3. Charisma bonus is 1. 4. Intimidation, trained, so 3. Charisma is 1, so 4. My lore for force is trained, so 3. Intelligence is 1, 4. The next one's nature, trained, for 3. Wisdom is 3, so I got a 6 on nature. Stealth is 3. Dexterity is 2 actually, so I got a 5 there. 3 and 3, so a 6 for survival. Well, let me go back. My languages, I also know Druidic, plus I get a bonus 1 with my intelligence, which I pick, say, Alvin, because they like the woods too. Okay, so that settles for that. Now my armor class. My item was leather armor. Let's go to, get this marked. Leather armor. Okay, I'm trained in it. Light, because it's a light armor. So that gives me a proficiency of 3, as usual. And the item itself gives me an AC bonus of just 1. So basically the armor is irrelevant to what the proficiency bonus is. Like I said, you know what I mean? When you're level 10, it's going to be 10 plus 2 is 12. And leather armor is 1. So why even bother wear the leather armor? It's like, it doesn't really make much of a difference, right? 10%. Well, I guess every little bit helps, but that, I see the flaw right there. It's obvious. Like, I don't know. I think I have a way with just seeing that right away without analyzing it and making sure. It just doesn't seem right to me, but I don't know, it'll come out in time once it's play tested, but supposedly they play tested this for a while, but that just seems like crazy. Like it just seems like a lot of numbers for nothing. You know what I mean? You could just simple it down, like put everything to the lowest terms. You know what I mean? Instead of just making all these numbers for nothing. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Okay, so my dexterity bonus gives me 2. The leather cap is a +4, so I'm just going to put that there as +4, just a reminder that I can't have a dexterity bonus use more than 4. So my armor class is 10 + 2, my dexterity plus my proficiency. So that would give me a 15 armor class. And we're almost done. I think that is almost it. Let's go to step 10 and finish it up. Okay, we're almost done. And step 10, the final step. Okay, so alignment. Alignment, where is this? On the sheet. Right there. This little tiny little spot. Traits, I don't even know what that is. Okay, so alignment. I'm a guy with nature. What alignment should he be? He wants to protect nature and everything. So he's sort of like, is he like a law? He's good, because he cares about things. But is he for a law? The law of nature, or is he neutral? Chaotic? Chaotic, he just goes on the whims. I would say neutral good. The druid would be neutral good. That's why it's a small spot, you abbreviate it. Neutral good. Okay. Deity. What you put here. I'm not one for religion, but we'll see in the deities. If you gotta pick one, there's 2 for druids. There's this Goes Ray and Green Faith. We're gonna pick Green Faith for the deity. Green Faith. And we'll go back. The class DC. It's 10 plus your proficiency bonus. And for my class DC is, I forgot to add that. I'm trained, so it's a +3. So 13 is my class DC. Hero points, we start with 1. Did we do, how come we got hit points blank? We must have forgot hit points. Okay, I'll do that in a second. Hit points are done before, I know that. Okay, armor class we did. Did already, and bulk we did already. So these 2 things, I think they should have been put before in the list because we already did them. Like the bulk should have been with your equipment. Why do it now? I don't know. Okay, so let's do our hit points. So our hit points are 8 for our thing, and our class gives me hit points. So let's go to the class. Yeah, see, 8 hit points for being human. Classes, go to druid, fighter, druid. Just say here. No. funny. I remember reading it. I remember reading, okay, let's go back here. Determine your starting hit points. Add the number of hit points they gain from the class. And what did they gain from the class? Okay, here it is. 8 plus your Constitution modifier. Okay, so Constitution modifier is 1, so 9 plus the 8. That'll give us 17. There's our hit points. 17. And that's basically it. All these other things, like the details of the game, you learn in other videos or while playing, right? Because you got a lot of downtime when you're playing. You can read it all up and everything. So that's the character all done. So you see everything's done on the page. Page 1. Page 2, you got your feats and your equipment, your bulk, and page 3 we got just, you can draw a sketch, personality, and your actions and activities, which is another video, and then you got your spells. So that's it. That's how you make a character sheet for Pathfinder 2E. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe and like. Thank you.